a retired U.S. Air Force general, a man trusted with some of the most classified secrets in the United States military, suddenly vanished. No phone, no witnesses, no explanation. Investigators still have no idea what happened. But what makes this disappearance truly disturbing is not just that he vanished, it's what he may have known. Because the missing man is Neil McCasland, a scientist, a Pentagon insider, and someone who spent decades working inside programs, so secret that most government officials never even knew they existed. But before we dive deeper into the mystery, there's something about this disappearance that immediately caught investigators' attention. Because when McCasland vanished, he didn't take the one thing almost everyone carries with them today, his phone. Which means there may be no digital trail at all showing where he went. And that small detail may be one of the biggest reasons this case has become so difficult to solve. On February 27th, in Albuquerque, New Mexico, 68-year-old retired Air Force Major General Neil McCasland disappeared. Authorities issued a silver alert, which is typically used when an older person goes missing and there are concerns about their safety. But this was not an ordinary missing person case. McCasland was not just a retired officer. He was once the commander of the Air Force Research Laboratory, the organization responsible for developing advanced military technologies for the United States Air Force. This laboratory oversees research in areas such as advanced aerospace systems, weapons technology, space programs, and classified defense research. At one point, McCasland was responsible for billions of dollars in military research. So, when someone with that level of access suddenly disappears, people start asking questions. And before we go further into this mystery, if you enjoy deep investigations into strange and unexplained cases like this one, take a second to leave a like on the video. It really helps the channel reach more people who are interested in stories like this. And now, the story only gets stranger. Before his retirement, McCasland spent more than 3 decades in the U.S. Air Force, holding multiple high-level positions inside the Pentagon and the Department of Defense. At one point, he served as Director of Special Programs at the Pentagon, a role dealing with some of the most sensitive classified programs in the U.S. military. Many of these programs are so secret that even most government officials never learn about them. But one of the locations most frequently associated with his career is Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, a base long linked to one of the most controversial investigations in American history, the U.S. government's official study of UFO sightings known as Project Blue Book. While there is no official evidence linking directly to UFO programs, his name appeared in leaked political emails in 2016 during discussions about possible disclosure of UFO information. That connection has fueled speculation online ever since. The circumstances surrounding his disappearance are unusually vague. Investigators reported no clear direction of travel, no confirmed sightings, no evidence of foul play, and no indication of medical distress. Friends and family say McCasland was extremely active and healthy. Just days before his disappearance, he had reportedly completed a 60-mile cycling trip. He was also known for trail running and maintaining a very active lifestyle. This makes the lack of evidence even more puzzling. Even if someone became injured outdoors, it normally would not take long for search teams to locate them. Yet, days passed, and no trace was found. One possibility is the simplest explanation, that McCasland may have suffered a medical emergency or accident while outdoors. Authorities sometimes issue silver alerts in situations like this, but investigators have not found evidence supporting that theory so far. Given the extensive search efforts, many observers believe that an accident alone does not fully explain the disappearance. Another possibility being discussed is foul play. McCasland spent decades working inside the most secret areas of the U.S. defense system, at home. That means he had knowledge about advanced military technology, classified defense programs, and strategic military research. Some analysts have suggested that foreign intelligence agencies could potentially have an interest in someone with that level of knowledge. Countries sometimes mentioned in speculation include China and Russia. However, investigators have not confirmed any evidence supporting that scenario. At this stage, it remains purely a theory. The theory attracting the most attention online involves something far more controversial, the topic of UFO disclosure. In 2016, leaked emails from political figures mentioned McCasland in discussions about potential disclosure of information related to unidentified aerial phenomena. More recently, political leaders have again spoken about the possibility of releasing classified UFO-related documents. Because of that timing, some people online have started connecting those events to his disappearance. However, it is important to emphasize that there is no confirmed evidence linking McCasland's disappearance to UFO programs. Still, for many observers, the timing is difficult to ignore right now. The disappearance of Major General McCasland remains unsolved. There are no confirmed sightings, no suspects, and no clear explanation. Some believe it may have been a tragic accident. Others think there may be more to the story. But until investigators find answers, one question remains. How does someone with access to some of the most sensitive secrets in the United States military simply disappear? And if you think this case is strange, wait until you see the next one. Because there's another disappearance involving someone connected to government. Secrets that is even more mysterious, and it raises even more disturbing questions. Click the next video to see that story.